Hello and welcome to Guymon High School Softball presented by PTCI. Today the Guymon Tigers take on the Noble Bears. As the Guymon Tigers take the field, getting ready to start this matchup here, I am Matt Sparks coming to you live from Guymon High School Softball Field. The Guymon Tigers get ready to take the field, and first up to bat for the Noble Bears is going to be number 13, senior Amanda Tucker. And the Tigers break huddle. That's going to be number 13, Beller, at the mound. Megan Butler getting set up to throw out the first pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Butler setting up for her second pitch. Tucker at bat for the Bears. And that's going to be counted as a ball. Beller setting up for her third pitch here. And that's going to go down as another ball just outside the strike zone there. Beller winding up, throws the pitch, and it's high to the left. Looks like that's going to go down as a foul. And Tucker got a hold of that one there, but just not quite enough. Couldn't keep it inside the line, and Beller sets up to pitch once again. And a grounder to midfield, and swings it over. That's going to be one out for the Guymon Tigers. A nice double play there, or a nice play there to first base from. As we get set up here, number 2 coming up to bat, that's Ella Bryant, the freshman for the Bears. Beller winds up, pitches. And that's going to be a ball. Beller winds up to pitch again. Oh, and that one was a bit high, another ball. Bryan at bat. Beller pitches. And that's the third straight ball for Megan Beller, the pitcher. Beller getting set again, hoping to avoid the walk here. And Ella Bryant will walk, so the Bears have one on base. Number 23, Taylor Simpson, coming up to bat for the Bears. Beller pitches it in, and that's going to be a strike. A nice pitch there by Beller. Beller setting up here. And Bryant tried to take off and run there, but that's going to be a strike. That's 2 strikes for Beller against Taylor Simpson now. And Bryant just manages to get back on base there after a ball causes her to try to run for second, but doesn't get close. So Simpson's still at bat. And Simpson gets a hold of it, but that's going to be a foul ball. It is out of the park here. So that's 2 strikes for Simpson now. Beller pitching, and she gets a hold of it, and that's going to be an out. Right into the hands of the pitcher Beller from Simpson. As I said earlier, Haley Thriston pitching for the Noble Bears. It's going to be Elizabeth Connor up to bat for the Tigers. Starts off with the ball there. And Connor setting up. Thriston pitches it, and that's going to be a strike. Just barely inside the strike zone there for Thriston. And you can hear the cheers from the Guymon sideline now. And oh, it's going to be a foul ball from Connor, making it 2 strikes here as they set up, trying to avoid this early out. Connor visibly frustrated here, but she sets up. She's ready to go. Thriston winding up the pitch. And low and outside, and that's going to go down as a ball just outside the strike zone there. All right, Connor setting up to bat here. Here's the pitch from Thriston, and it comes in low. Comes in very low, hit the ground before it even hit a home plate. So that's going to come in as the 3rd ball, and Elizabeth Connor might be looking for the walk here. Thriston setting up the pitch, and comes in low, and she is walked to first. So the Tigers have 1 on first. And that's number 17. That's going to be Chloe Browning coming up to bat. Walking to the plate with confidence. The senior, Haley Thriston, ready to pitch. Winds up. And oh, there's the bunt and the quick out. So Chloe Browning's bunt goes straight up in the air and easily fielded there by the Bears. So there's the first out of the inning right there. As number 5, it's going to be Alex Bishop, I believe, comes up to bat. Alexis Bishop to bat, and swings and misses on an early strike from Thriston. Bishop visibly frustrated here, but she's ready to go. And a fast pitch, and she gets a hold of that one, but comes off the fence, but that's going to end up as a foul, I believe. And Bishop really getting a hold of that one. If she can catch one of those out towards midfield, that's going to go out of the park because that was higher than the lampposts here. So that's going to be 2 strikes against Bishop. Thriston setting up to pitch again. Outside the strike zone there, so that's going to be the first ball for Thriston on this pitch. Bishop setting up. We've already seen she's got plenty of power in her swings. And Bishop swings that one out to the side there. Trying to recover here as she's about to set up. And Thriston winds up the pitch, and that's low and inside. That's going to be ball number 2. Very close to the batter on that one. And Thriston is going to have to reel in some of these pitches, otherwise she's going to mess around and hit a batter and get an easy walk. And there's the 3rd strike there And Bishop will head over to the sidelines, really close to being a ball, but just a beautiful pitch inside from Haley Thriston. So number 13, Megan Beller, who was playing the role of strikeout artist earlier, she will come up to bat. And low and inside, that's going to be a ball from Thriston. Beller setting up to bat. High and outside of the strike zone, that's going to be ball number 2. Setting up. And there's the low inside pitch from Haley Thriston. And that's well outside the strike zone there. As Beller sets up to bat. Thriston winding up the pitch. And Beller swings and misses. That's going to be her first strike. And Coach Heath having a few words with her player over on the sideline, and she's ready to go. And Beller gets a hold of that one, swings it way out to left field. And number 9, that's going to be Elizabeth Connor, is going to come in for the homer. Megan Beller on second. So breaks the tie here to put Guymon up 1-0. Off the monster hit by Megan Beller, and they will bring a sub runner out there. That's going to be number 7, Shayla Eastland, subbing in, as number 2, Maggie Landis, comes up to bat. Thriston with the pitch, and that's going to be low and outside, so that's going to be ball number 1. And the Guymon Tigers looking to build off their momentum here. As Thriston winds up the pitch for the Bears. Low and inside, very close to being a strike, but that will count as a ball. So a bit of a break there for Landis as she sets up to bat. And that's going to be the third ball. And Megan Landis might be looking at a walk here. That would force Eastland onto third. Oh, I'm sorry, no. It would not force Eastland onto third. So Megan Landis is going to walk. So now they have runners on first and second. As number 12 comes to bat, that's going to be Quintero. Joe Quintero at bat. Thriston still pitching. Going strong here as we have a stoppage in play. And Quintero is going to go and get some words of motivation from Coach Heath before we start up here. Both Eastland and Landis getting some advice from the first base coach there as we are ready to continue play. And Megan Thriston still pitching for the Bears. Quintero setting up to bat. And let's see if she can catch hold of one here. As Thriston winds up the pitch. Comes inside, and Quintero might have should have swung at that one, but that's going to go down as a strike. And people don't know this, but pitches come in pretty fast in softball as Quintero gets a hold of one there, way out to left field, a pop fly, and they do not quite get under it, so bases are loaded for the Guymon Tigers right now. And we got a new batter here. That's number 14, Arrington Johnson, up to bat. Thriston still pitching, and She's had a couple of hits off her so far. And Johnson looking inside. That's going to be a strike on the first pitch from Tristan. All Johnson needs is a hit here to force some runners inside, and she will get a hold of one, but it's going to go far outside. That's going to be a foul. And you can hear the first base coach yelling contact, so that's what they want. They just want it back towards the middle of the field as Johnson sets up Tristan to pitch. And that was far outside the strike zone there. That's going to be the first ball for Tristan this set. Johnson ready to try and catch this one. And it comes in low inside, and that's going to be ball number 2 for Tristan. She's had a bit of a rough time getting it inside the strike zone so far today, but Johnson looking confident at the plate. 2 strikes, 2 balls. And that's going to be the 3rd strike there, and that's going to send Johnson over to the dugout. And we'll head into the 2nd inning. A bit of a heartbreaker there for the Tigers as they had bases loaded. All they had to do was get a hit, and they would have had some more points, but the bright spot, the Guymon Tigers up 1-0 against the Noble Bears as we head into inning number 2. Beller pitching again. She's pitched a good game so far. All righty. Kirsten Crawford coming to the plate. Beller looking confident. And low and inside, very close to a strike, but just a tad outside for Beller. If she works that inside, that's going to be a beautiful strike right there. Beller winding up again. And there's that strike she was looking for. That makes it 1 ball, 1 strike on this set. And Kirsten Crawford still at bat. Beller winds up the pitch. Beautiful inside, that's 2 strikes. So Beller doing well right now. She looks. Sets up the pitch. And, close, but a little outside there. That's going to be ball number 2. So we have 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crawford at bat for the Noble Bears. Beller inside. And the catcher just missed it, and that's going to be an early out as she could not get started off fast enough. So Kirsten Crawford is out, headed back over to the dugout as number 17 for the Bears, Jordan Bays, the senior, comes out to bat. And Beller's got to be happy with the way she's pitched so far. So does Coach Heath. Beller has placed a couple right inside the strike zone and another one right there, an early strike against Bays. And Beller looking for her 2nd strike here. She's baited a couple of swings today. And high and a little bit outside. So that's going to be ball number 1. Bays at bat. And Beller, way outside. So that's going to be ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Beller sets up to pitch, winds up, burns it in there, baits a swing, and that's going to be 2 strikes against Jordan Bays from Noble. By my count, that's the 3rd hit she's baited tonight, the 3rd swing. And Bays gets a hit off there, but cannot make it to first in time. So puts a short one out there. That causes a 2nd out. And that's where the Guymon Tigers have made their plays today, by good fielding when there is hits and swinging it out to first and getting the runner out early as number 22, Allison Roberts, takes the plate, and she'll come up to bat. And Megan Beller is going to start off with the ball here. Beller winds up, and there's her first strike. She's pitched well so far, looking to keep it up here. So Roberts steps back up to the plate. Beller. And beautiful. That was a little too low to get a swing at, but Beller brings it into the strike zone, makes her swing at it, and that's going to be 2 strikes there. About to lean on this third out, and a little outside. But that's okay. They're in a comfortable position here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a little bit of leeway. 1-run lead for the Guymon Tigers, 1-0. Ooh, burns it in there really close to the batter, Roberts there. Roberts had to duck back a little bit to get out of the way of that one. So that's going to be 3 balls, 2 strikes. And takes it. That's going to be a foul ball. Comes in just under the bat, and Roberts got a hold of the top of it, but nothing more. Roberts up to bat, no one on base. Beller puts it inside, and that's going to be a walk. And a bit of bad news for them as pitcher Haley Thriston comes up to bat. Roberts on base now with the walk. So Beller burns one in close, and that is going to be a strike. Thriston up to bat once again. Beller. Oh, puts one high and outside. And a good safe play there by Bishop. Just gets in the way of that one to keep the runner on second. That's going to be Roberts for the Bears. So Thriston at bat, runner on second. And Thriston puts out a grounder there. And they are going to swing it over to first to get Thriston out. Thriston is not a sprinter, so that's going to be 3 outs, and we'll switch sides here. Number 3, Avery Curtis, coming out to bat. And she hopes to get a hold of one here early. And Thriston puts it way outside the strike zone here, and Curtis didn't even have to get close to swinging at that one. So ball number 1 early there for Thriston. She's had a bit of trouble this game. Looking to rebound here. Throws the pitch. And just outside the strike zone to my right, her left. So she's had a problem with that certain area all morning. As Curtis gets ready to swing. And very close there, but still just a little bit south of home plate there for Thriston, and you can see she's a little bit frustrated here. It's Curtis at bat, and that was well inside, and that's 4 pitches, 4 balls, and a walk that puts Curtis on base. Number 10, Annalisa Gonzalez, coming up to bat here. And looking for the bunt. And see if she makes that. Oh. Did not get enough on that bunt. Good play there, but a good heads-up play by Noble. And got a handle on that bunt early, swung it out to first, and got the out off Gonzalez. And now Elizabeth Connor comes up to bat as we head back around to the first of the batting order. And low and inside, almost at the shins of Connor. So a bit of a rough patch for Tristan here so far, pitching. She sets up. Here's the pitch. That was very close to the strike zone, but they're calling it a ball. So, bit of a break there for Connor. 2 balls, no strikes. Connor sets up here. 3 balls, no strikes on the pitch outside from Tristan. And Connor has been solid here. She hasn't been baited into any ill-advised hits. As Tristan winds up, pitches, and that's going to be a walk. Oh, pardon me, that's going to be a strike. So we have 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out for the Tigers. As Tristan sets up to pitch again. And Connor failing to swing, that's going to give her her 2nd strike. So Tristan gaining a bit of momentum here. Connor hoping to end that with a hit here. And that's going to be a foul. Connor just caught the bottom of a high pitch there. Till she's a little bit frustrated here, but it's okay, looking to rebound with a hit here. You can hear the cheers from the Guymon stands here. There's another foul ball from Connor. And Connor getting some words of inspiration from Coach Heath here. Setting up. Tristan. Ready to wind up the pitch here. And setting up. Winds up. And low and outside, and that's going to be a walk. And Connor is happy for that one as she anxiously gets out to first base. Chloe Browning, number 17, up to bat for the Guymon Tigers. Tristan still pitching. And Guymon has played a solid fundamental game so far, as Browning gets an early strike. Browning steps up to the plate and pops a high one, and that's going to be another out, easily fielded by number 2, Ella Bryant from the Bears. That's going to bring number 5, Alexis Bishop, up to bat. All right. Bishop setting up. Tristan still pitching here. And a high one that's going to go just outside the foul line here. She's coming back here after that hit. So Alexis Bishop looking to smash one here. As Tristan sets up to pitch. Doesn't like the call she's getting from the dugout. And Bishop taking a few practice swings here as we got a lull in play. Now we're back on course. Tristan sets up, puts in a low inside pitch. And that's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners on first and second for the Tigers. And a base hit here is going to put him in really good position as number 3, Avery Curtis, makes it home. And that's going to make it a 2-0 lead for the Tigers. And the slugger Megan Beller coming up to bat. Runners on first and second. And Thriston setting up to pitch. Looking a little nervous here after that second hit. Low and outside. That's going to be a ball. Guymon sitting in a good position here. 2-0 lead in the second inning. And Beller looking to smash one. And she puts a little bit into it. She'll make it to first. And they're going to call her out. So, all right, we'll head into the third inning with Guymon leading 2-0 after the out on Beller. She was really close. Looked like a hit, or looked like a base to me, but I'm not calling it. So, Guymon heads in a very comfortable position. And we have a new pitcher out. Oh, maybe not. Beller does come back out to pitch. I'm sorry about that. And she's pitched a good game so far. Getting a couple of practice pitches in here before the start of the third. And just to recap, Guymon is up 2-0, but has had a chance to go up by quite a bit more as they've had bases loaded in the first inning, and then they had runners on first and second in the second inning. So Guymon could be on the verge of breaking this game wide open if they get a couple more hits in this inning. But first is the pitch. Number 8, Maddie Roberts, coming out to bat for the Noble Bears. And a perfect pitch inside, perfectly through the strike zone by Beller. And that's a good way to start off this inning. 1 pitch, 1 strike. As Maddie sets up to bat once again. And Maddie Roberts tries to get the bunt there, but cannot get it. That's going to be another strike. A wonderful pitch by Beller. Bit of a miscue there by Roberts. And that's going to put Guymon in a good position. 2 strikes, no balls. And trying to bait the hit, or trying to bait the swing there, but just can't quite get it as the catcher, Alex Curtis, steps outside. And that's going to be a foul from Roberts there, as Beller gave her an inside pitch and she swung it right towards the fences. Roberts setting up here, stepping up to the plate. Beller's pitched a good game so far, wants to keep it going here. 2 strikes, 1 ball, and another strike, as Roberts just can't quite get a hold of that one. An early out, and I believe that's Beller's first strikeout this morning. All right. Number 1, Cheyenne Mendez, the sophomore, coming out to bat for the Bears. Megan Beller puts it inside. That's a strike. And it seems as if Beller, as good as she is, does even better against left-handed hitters in these situations. So Cheyenne Mendez, a lefty, so we should see good little set here as she drives that one a little bit too far inside. Almost catches the shoulder of Mendez. So that's going to be a ball. 1 strike for Beller. Beller burns one inside. Mendez tries to swing at it, can't get a hold of it. That's going to be 2 strikes, 1 ball, 1 out here in the third. Beller looking confident here. And that's going to be a ball there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I believe the height advantage is playing a bit of a role here for Beller. Mendez, not an exceptionally tall person, and so it's hard to reach out there and get those pitches from Beller that go out a little wide. Beller burns one in, and that's going to be low and outside. That's going to be ball number 3. So, facing the possibility of a walk here, Beller would really like to get a strike here. And that's going to be called a ball, and that's going to be a walk. Mendez will go out to the first base. Number 13, Amanda Tucker, will come back to the plate as we're back at the top of the batting order for the Bears. Guymon leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that is two hitters that have tried to go for the bunt now. You know, normally an easy hit, but that's 2 hitters that have tried to go for the bunt that Beller has baited into that, but still got a strikeout on them. But not there, as Tucker gets way a hold of that one, easily fielded by Alexis Bishop. I'm sorry about that. And that's going to be out number 2 for the Tigers. So sitting in great position here, leading 2-0, 2 outs. 1 runner on base for the Bears. And a bit of good luck there as Tucker bats one high. Puts one into the stratosphere, but it's fielded by the Tigers, so that's got us our second out here. As Beller, 1 pitch and a ball. And that's going to be, that's going to be a strike there. But the base stolen by number 1, Mendez, as she gets on second here. Number 2, Ella Bryant at bat. And Mendez trying to see if she can steal third there, but no dice. So 2 balls, 1 strike for Beller. And a foul as Ella Bryant gets a hold of the top of it. And a brief conference at the mound here for the Tigers, as Bryant for the Bears gets a few practice swings in.
One more out, girls. Let's get it right here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And that's the 3rd strike. That's going to give them their 3rd out. And we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. The score still 2-0 in favor of the Guymon Tigers over the Noble Bears. Landis up to bat. Thriston at the mound. First base coach telling her not to swing at anything outside because she knows Thriston has had some trouble working it inside so far. But there's an early strike from Thriston. Landis at the plate here. Thriston winding up the pitch here, and low and inside, and that's going to make it 1 ball, 1 strike for the Bears. Landis looking confident now. Thriston way outside there, and that's something she struggled with today. 2-0 lead for the Tigers, bottom of the 3rd. Landis sets up and gets a hold of one, and that's going to be, it's going to be dropped, and she's going to get on base. Looked like an easy field there for number 17, Jordan Bays. And she's not going to get on base. That's going to be called as a foul, so 2 balls, 2 strikes here. That's going to be another foul, and it's coming down off the fence. Thought that was coming over the top of our broadcast booth here. So bottom of the third, still a 2-0 lead for the Tigers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Landis is catching some of these, just not catching them quite in the right direction right now, but you can tell she has power in her swing. Thriston sets up the pitch, and Landis goes low to get that, and that's going to get her on base this time. As she swings it out to right field, is not fielded by Cheyenne Mendez. She lets it bounce, and that's what allows Landis to get on base as number 12, Quintero, comes out to bat. And Joe Quintero had a monster hit earlier in the game. And she'll look to add on to that here with a runner on first. And Thriston burns one inside to the right. Very low on that pitch, so that's going to be a ball. Thriston with the pitch, and that's going to be a strike against Quintero. Quintero not looking worried, looking like she's trying to gauge a couple of pitches here before she takes a swing at one. And she does take a swing at that one, but gets a hold of the bottom of the high pitch, and that's going to be a foul. So runner on first. And you can hear the cheers here from the Guymon stands. And another missed field. And Landis swings around second onto third, and she is called safe. So that puts Quintero on second, Landis on third, and Landis had to slide in there to get that one. That was very close to being an out, but she gets called safe off the missed field off Quintero's hit. Just couldn't quite get to it. Noble player tried to lean out for it, but didn't quite get there. And this is going to be number 14, Johnson. Arrington Johnson swings at the first one, so that's going to be a strike for Thriston. Guymon still in a comfortable situation here. Two strikes, no balls here, no outs for the Tigers. Bottom of the third. And if Johnson can get a hit here, a big hit, the Tigers have a chance to go up 4-0. And she does get a big hit, but that's going to be a foul. So she'll stay at the plate. Looking to catch hold of another one here. And you can tell power is not something that the Guymon Tigers lack when they come to bat. Thriston, very low there. Almost skidding across the plate as it got there. Arrington Johnson, 2 strikes, 1 ball. Haley Thriston winds up the pitch. Johnson gets a hold of it. And that's going to go as a foul. Looked to me like it came off the foot of number 4 for the Bears, Sierra Patty, but they're going to call it a foul, so Johnson's still at bat here. Thriston with the pitch. High hit. And another run. Quintero coming into home. And Guymon goes up 4-0. Landis comes into home. Quintero comes into home. And now Arrington Johnson is on second. And the story of the game has been big hits by Guymon players. And missed balls by the Bears. And a lot of these go up pretty high, but a bit of a fortuitous turn of events for the Guymon Tigers. Good hitting. A few missed plays there by the Bears. And bottom of the third. Wonderful lead here, 4-0. And it looks like number 3, Avery Curtis, is coming up to bat. So if you're the Tigers, this is the situation you want to be in right now. Thriston, the pitcher for the Bears, having a lot of trouble here. One, getting it in the strike zone, and when she gets it in the strike zone, getting strikes. But Guymon playing a solid game here. Avery Curtis at bat. And one pitch and one ball for Thriston here. The Guymon dugout getting loud in support of their team here. And Curtis sends up a foul ball there. Coach Heath giving her a little pep talk there. And some cheers coming from the Guymon dugout, and that's low and outside. And that's going to be another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike here for the Guymon Tigers. Avery Curtis still at bat. Oh! And she takes one to the thigh, and that's going to be a walk. So the Guymon Tigers sitting with runners on first and second. Number 10, Annalisa Gonzalez coming out to bat. All right. Annalisa Gonzalez here. 4-0 lead for the Tigers. Chance to extend that lead here. Thriston has had a problem with forcing pitches far to our right of the plate, and Annalisa Gonzalez being a lefty, that's where she's sitting, so good chance of a walk here possibly. And burns one in, but that's going to be a ball. And Gonzalez stepping up to the plate again. Thriston setting up. Looking a little nervous now, winding up the pitch. Low and outside. Dropped the ball, that's going to put Johnson on base there. Arrington Johnson on base. So if Gonzalez can just get on base here, bases will be loaded for the next hitter up for the Tigers. Avery Curtis on second. And that's going to be the first strike here. 2 balls, 1 strike against Gonzalez. Runners on second and third for the Tigers. Thriston setting up. Stepping up to the mound. Delivers the pitch. And that's going to be ball number 3. So one more ball will get Gonzalez a walk here. And then runners on first, second, and third bases will be loaded for the next hitter up for Guymon. And that's going to be a walk. And bases will not be loaded as catcher drops it there, so Arrington Johnson comes into home. Avery Curtis is going to be on third, and Gonzalez works her way around to second. Elizabeth Connor coming up to bat as we got a stoppage in play here. Guymon leading 5-0. An excellent effort by the Tigers this morning. They're just getting their new pitcher, Allison Roberts, worked out here. Allison Roberts, the senior from Noble. And replacing pitchers, one because Thriston has probably a little bit of fatigue after pitching the whole first portion of this game. And deep in the third now, needed a fresh arm, and Thurston was having a little bit of trouble anyways with the pitch. So you could tell Allison Roberts has a bit of a fresher arm, able to burn it in there to the catcher a little more than Thurston was able to. And let's see if this gives them any semblance of a comeback here, as Guymon brimming with confidence. All right, number 9, Connor, coming up to bat here for the Tigers. As I said earlier, Allison Roberts in to pitch for the Bears. Thurston playing first base. And switch looks good so far as Robert burns a strike in right off the bat. Elizabeth Connor with the bunt, and that's going to be ruled a foul. So the runners will head back to their bases here. Elizabeth Connor gets a hold of that one, but just not quite enough to sling it out into the field there. So runners on second and third. Connor looks, decides not to swing, and it's a good decision as it was a ball. 2 strikes, 1 ball for Connor. Connor has displayed the ability to put some power into some hits, so let's see if she does it here. And that is way outside by Roberts. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Connor at bat. Roberts with the pitch and gets all the way a hold of that one. And finally, Noble gets a hold of a ball. And that was high and long from Connor. But Noble players finally make a play on the ball, catch a ball, but their runner from third still comes home. I believe that was Avery Curtis. Still makes it home, so that's going to make it 6-0 for Guymon as Roberts puts that first pitch to Browning, Chloe Browning, far outside, and she does not swing at it. That's going to be a ball. And there's a strike from Roberts. Chloe Browning gauging the pitches here. All right, Browning setting up. And coming in very low there, hit about 3 feet in front of the plate. So that's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out for the Tigers. Leading 6-0, bottom of the third. And 2 strikes, 2 balls. Nice pitch in there from Roberts. And Browning did not swing at it. She thought it was a little outside. But good pitch into the strike zone there from Roberts as here comes another one. And Browning gets a hold of it, but that's going to be a foul. And with 2 strikes here, there's no really downside to swinging at it unless you miss. And that's going to be another foul for Browning. So she showed the ability to make contact here. Let's see if that leads to a big hit. It did for Connor. But a bit of bad luck there for Connor earlier as her pop fly was caught in left field. And Browning stepping up to the plate. Roberts trying to burn one in, and Browning swings and misses. That's going to be 1 more out for Guymon. Still with a comfortable lead in this game. 6-0. Very deep in the third now. And number 5, Alexis Bishop up to bat. That first pitch is going to be a ball from Roberts. Having a bit more success, Roberts is, than Thurston was, but not there as they cannot make the play. So number 10, Number 10, Annalisa Gonzalez, who made a home for herself there on second base, finally makes her way to third. And looking at home now, if Bishop can get a hit here off Roberts. Roberts setting up. Winds up the pitch, burns one in there, but an easy hit for Bishop, and she is safe. That's going to put Guymon up 7-0 as Gonzalez comes in to home. Bishop on base here. Megan Beller, the pitcher, up to hit here. Low and outside, and Bishop trying to get on base here, and a couple of missed catches there allowed Bishop to steal second and then to steal third. So good situation here for Beller. All she needs is a hit to bring Bishop home here. And you can hear the dugout here getting loud in support of the Tigers. And Megan Beller up to bat. She's a big hitter. And Roberts does not want to allow this hit to Beller. That would make it 8-0. And that will make it 8-0. And Beller looking for second. And a bit of shoddy play with the ball there allows Beller to get on second. Allows Bishop to come home. And Guymon has an 8-0 lead with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And a sub runner in for Beller. That's going to be number 7, Eastland, Shayla Eastland. As number 2, Megan Landis, comes up to bat. Landis looking inside. That's going to be a ball from Roberts. Just a little bit south of the plate from where we are. Guymon playing a beautiful game here. The Noble Bears having a bit of trouble against the Tigers here. And they call that a strike. So, looked a little bit outside, but a good pitch from Roberts, and that's going to be a strike. Landis standing up near the plate, ready to try to catch a hold of one of these with a ball and a strike. And she does catch a hold of it. And an easy field for the Bears. And they will come back here as we head into the fourth. This is really what you want to see if you're Coach Heath. This is what you want to see from your players. And good coaching here as well. Brought Guymon out to an 8-0 lead. And just an all-around good situation here. Dusting off home plate. As number 23, Taylor Simpson, will come back out to try to hit for the Bears. Beller has done well against right-handed hitters today, even better against left-handed hitters. And she burns a strike in there for a good start to this fourth inning. And bit of a miscue there as Simpson gets a base hit, gets on base. So a rare miscue for the Tigers this afternoon. And number 5, Kirsten Crawford, will come up to bat, senior out of Noble. As Beller sets up here. Winds up the pitch. And a foul by Crawford. Gets a hold of it there, but only the top of it. A little bit lower, and that would have been a strike. But and Crawford up at bat. Beller burning a pitch in here. And that's going to be a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike here for the Tigers. As Beller sets up, burns it in there. And Crawford swings and misses, so that's going to be 2 strikes, 1 ball, top of the fourth. 8-0 lead for the Tigers. Beller setting up, looking very confident now. And that's going to be a strikeout. And a little bit of trouble here with the connection from Alex Curtis to the first base, Annalisa Gonzalez here. But hasn't caused any problems just yet. Number 17, Jordan Bays, coming out to bat for the Bears. Beller burns one in there. And that's a strike. So 1 strike, 1 out, and no points for the Noble Bears here. Top of the 4th still. Beller burns one in. That's going to be a ball. So we're 1-1-1 here. Bays still looking for a hit. She steps up to the plate. And Beller just can't quite get it in the strike zones. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still a good situation here for the Tigers. As Bays sets up to bat. Beller burns one in for the 2nd strike. That's going to make it 2-2-1 here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And an 8-point cushion for the Tigers. Oh, and a good base hit by number 17, Bays. But she will head back to the dugout as a good play from first base there with Annalisa Gonzalez puts her back in the dugout. Allison Roberts, the senior, coming out to bat for the Bears. Taylor Simpson on second. And that's going to be a strike there from Beller. So 2 outs here. Just need 1 more out to flip the field. Beller still burning it in there with plenty of power midway through this game. Beller setting up. And a tick there. That's going to be a foul ball from Allison Roberts. And Roberts setting up here. Brief conference at the mound, giving their pitcher a little pep talk. As Beller has pitched a good game here. And that's going to be a strikeout. That's going to flip the field and take us to the bottom of the 4th, where Guymon leads 8-0. The Noble Bears will come out here trying to look for just any bit of momentum here to get something going. 8-0 in favor of the Tigers. And this is what the Guymon fans came to see right now. Just a good atmosphere here. And it looks like our first hitter is going to be number 12, Quintero. She smashed a couple today, so looking to extend her number here as she gets set up at bat. Roberts to pitch for the Bears. And most likely that's going to be a ball from Roberts. And most likely Quintero is going to try to gauge a couple of pitches here before swinging for the fences. But she has shown the power. And that's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike from Roberts as that comes in just inside the strike zone from Quintero. And plenty of confidence here for the Tigers. And Quintero does swing at 1. She gauged a couple, and then she swung at the 3rd one. And she got a hold of it, but that's going to be a tick. It's going to be a foul ball there, so just going to look to rebound here. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Quintero. Tigers still in a good situation here. And it looks like a bit of the air has come out of this crowd from Noble. as we're sitting here, bottom of the fourth. And low and outside from Roberts. That's going to be another ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Quintero looking for a hit here. Roberts with the pitch, puts it inside, a missed ball there, and she's going to be safe. Alrighty, so a base hit for Joe Quintero. And Arrington Johnson coming up to bat. She's had a couple of runs today, so looking to build upon that as Roberts with the pitch. Johnson with the hit. And a quick one out to left field. And that puts runners on first and second with Avery Curtis coming out to bat. So Avery Curtis really looking for a hit here to force a couple of these runs home. And bottom of the fourth. Guymon dugout getting loud here in support of their team. Roberts really trying not to give up the hit here. And a quick strike for Roberts, but that does not keep Quintero from getting on third base. Just barely slides in as Arrington Johnson heads over to second. And looked like they might get her out, but just a half second too late there. So Quintero looking for home right now. And Avery Curtis setting up at bat. Low and outside. High and outside, sorry. On the pitch from Roberts. That's going to be another ball. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. And Avery Curtis setting up to bat. Quintero looking to try to get a run on this, but does not quite do it. That's going to be another ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 8-0 lead for the Tigers here in the bottom of the fourth. Avery Curtis stepping up to the plate. And that's going to be a strike there. Curtis had a chance to swing at it, but a very pretty ball from Allison Roberts. So Roberts gets the nice pitch in there. That's going to make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Avery Curtis has a chance to bring a runner home if she can get a hit here. Low and outside. And Curtis still looking for a hit. That's 3 balls. And if she can get a walk, the bases will be loaded. If she can get a hit, they'll have 1 or 2 more runs in here, as they already have a sizable lead. And she does get a hit. And it's all about whether she can make it in time. And that's an out for the Bears. But Curtis... Oh. Curtis does not quite get to first either. But Quintero does make it home, sorry. And that's going to give Guymon a 9-0 lead here. And Gonzalez gets a hit early, but that's going to be another out as it's fielded right there. And 9-0 lead for the Tigers. As we'll head to the top of the 5th here. 9-0 lead for your Guymon Tigers. Once again, if you're the Guymon Tigers, you have to love the situation you're in here. 9-0, all smiles here on the field for Guymon. And if you're the fans, this is what you came to see. So far, a blowout lead for the Tigers. Heading into the 5th inning in a great situation. Beller is showing no signs of slowing down here late in the game. Low and inside for Beller. And that's going to be a ball to start off the inning here. With Thriston Not able to get a hold of that one, but not wanting to. And another inside ball, almost caught Thriston's elbow there. So 2 balls, no strikes. Thriston at bat here. And Thriston swings at that. Might have been a ball, but Thriston tries to throw the swing in there. So that's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. 9-0 lead for the Tigers. Top of the 5th. And a little bit to the outside there for Beller. That's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike. She has to be careful here not to walk the batter. And Thriston looking for the bunt here. And that'll be a ball, and she will be walked to first base, but the Tigers still in a great situation here. They've allowed a couple of base hits tonight and a couple of this afternoon and a couple of walks. But nothing detrimental as the Bears still remain scoreless. Sierra Patey stepping up and tries to get a hit off Beller, but she will not make it to first base, and that's going to be an out as a low ground hit went right to Beller, and she was able to swing it out to first base to get the out. Top of the 5th here. And that's going to be Mendez coming up to bat, the sophomore. Thriston looking to see if she can steal a base, but just not quite. So heads back to second, makes the safe move as Mendez looking to see if she can get a hold of one here. Beller to pitch. She's had good success with left-handed hitters today. And Beller with another ball there, pitching it inside, and that's a strike. That's what she's looking for, showing a bit of arm fatigue now as we're getting deep into this game. So trying to keep it outside and away from Mendez. And that time keeping it inside and very much towards Mendez. So Mendez can't get the hit here. And they're in danger of walking another batter here as we have 3 balls, 1 strike for the Tigers. But still a massive lead here. And 2 strikes, 3 balls. So Buller desperately wanting to get this strikeout here. That's going to be a ball, and Mendez is going to walk. Number 13, Amanda Tucker, will head out to bat, and she has launched a couple of them into the stratosphere today, but just hasn't been able to get the Bears on the board yet. So Beller will pitch. And that's going to be a ball for Beller, as Tucker was not trying to take a swing at that. She has plenty of experience, a senior here from Noble. And showing the bunt, but that's going to be a foul way outside there. And that one's going to head over the fence. As Beller steps up to the mound here. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here at the top of the 5th. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out here. So Amanda Tucker, not looking antsy, not trying to get a hold of one that she doesn't think she can get. And that's going to be another foul, and that comes right at the broadcast booth, but stays inside the fence. So Beller doing well here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 9-0 lead, top of the 5th. And Tucker is connected with a couple today, but hasn't been able to quite get that hit she's looking for, and that will walk the batter to first base as Tucker visibly upset there as she takes one to the thigh. Megan Beller showing a little bit of frustration here. And 1 out, 1 runner on first, runner on second, and a runner on third. So we got the bases loaded here for Noble. And Been a bit of a rough inning so far, but no points allowed. So number 23, Taylor Simpson, comes out to bat. And we'll see if Guymon can play some good defense here. Oh, I'm sorry, that was my mistake. Number 2, Ella Bryant here to bat. And that's going to be Taylor Simpson on deck. They do not want to allow a hit here. Almost any hit they get is going to bring a runner into home. And that one right there will bring 1, 2, and 3 runners in. And that's going to be a nice triple score for the Noble Bears. And that's going to cut into that Guymon lead here. So Guymon was pitching a shutout here. Now not so much, but a very comfortable 6-run lead still for the Tigers. And the Tigers bringing in relief pitcher number 5. That's going to be Alexis Bishop here to close out this game. I think we're about ready to resume play here, as Bishop is going to be our pitcher for this inning for the first time in this game. Jordan Simpson at bat. 9-3 score in favor of the Tigers. And Bishop tries to burn one in there, but Taylor Simpson gets a hold of it, and that'll be a foul. Alrighty, Taylor Simpson back at bat. And puts one right in there, just a little bit high and close to the batter there. That's going to be a ball. So 1 strike, 1 ball here. And a pitch that would obviously have been a ball, but Taylor Simpson decides to try to get a hold of it anyway. And so that's going to set him up with 2 strikes, 1 ball, and 1 out. Once again, a 9-3 lead here for the hometown Tigers. Simpson decides not to swing at that one. That's going to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Bishop doing fairly well pitching so far. Having a little bit of trouble coming in relief, but showing a lot of confidence here, and wonderful strikeout there as Simpson will head to the dugout. And Bishop with the strikeout there. Number 5, Kirsten Crawford coming out to bat for the Bears. First one a little high there from Bishop. And Bishop setting up to pitch here. Crawford at bat. And puts a low one in there. Crawford swings and misses. That's going to make it 2 strikes there. And that's the ideal situation if you're Megan Bishop. Puts it in there a little close to Crawford. Crawford can't get a hold of it, so it's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. 9-3 lead for the Tigers. All right, that's going to be 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 balls. 9-3 lead in favor of your Guymon Tigers. Top of the 5th still. Crawford at bat for the Bears. Runner on second. And a big hit, but that's going to be a foul. Way outside of the line. Gets a lot of power behind that, but just not the direction she wanted. And so Ella Bryant is going to head back to second here. Alexis Bishop. Pop fly. Oh, goodness. Bit of a miscue for the Guymon Tigers right there. And should have been able to field that, but a little confusion on who was after the ball. So that's going to be another run in A 9-4 lead in favor of the Tigers. And so a bit of what plagued the Bears earlier in the game, miscues on the fielding, is what has cost the Guymon Tigers here a bit of a lead, as they only hold a 5-run lead over the Bears. Still a sizable lead for the Tigers. Good situation here. And here's the pitch. Up in the air. Goodness gracious. Almost a fielded catch there and just can't quite get it looking into the sun there. Looked like it was number 2, Megan Landis, trying to chase that one, but couldn't quite get a hold of it. Maggie Landis, sorry about that. Alexis Bishop to pitch here. Runners on first and second. Allison Roberts at bat. And a game that the Tigers had well in hand, looking a little less well in hand, as they've surrendered 4 points here. But the lead is still 5. Comfortable situation here. 2 outs for the Tigers. And the runners will switch from first and second to second and third with Crawford and Bays on base. Roberts at bat here, trying to bring one of her runners in home. Alexis Bishop sitting at the mound, getting a bit of a pep talk here from her teammates. And Bishop struggling a bit here early. Coach Heath giving them a pep talk there, telling them they only need 1 out. 2 balls, no strikes. There's the first strike there. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs for the Tigers. Top of the 5th still. And that's going to be a foul ball there, making it 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And Bishop trying to get this final strike here to get the final out. Allison Roberts at bat. And gets a base hit there, and that's going to put her on base. That's going to put Crawford at home. Connor out to bat here. Coach Heath still has to be happy with how her team's played so far in this game. The former pitcher, Thriston, has switched to first base now. Here's the first pitch. And that's far and outside, and that's going to be a ball. Bottom of the 5th here. Elizabeth Connor. And that's going to be a strike. Decided not to swing at that one as she was trying to gauge it. And Coach Heath telling her players, get fired up. We still have the lead. Don't worry. 5-run lead here. And does not swing at a very close ball there, which is good. That'll put it at 2 balls, 1 strike. So Connor ready to hit here. And puts one out there, and let's see if they can get it. And they do. That's going to be a quick out. And a pop fly into center field. That's going to be fielded by number 17, Jordan Bays, I believe. Make that number 13, Amanda Tucker. And number 11, I believe, Ceci Sappington will come out to hit for the first time today. Roberts still on the mound. And let's see what Cece can get going. And a brilliant hit out to left field. Puts her on base. First pitch And a hit for Sappington. And the Guymon crowd getting some of the air back in them now. It's number 5, Alexis Bishop, comes out to bat, and she's been a solid hitter so far. Bishop. Oh, and just hits it there, foul ball. Roberts pitch outside. And Bishop just caught a little bit of it. So runner on first. And Bishop anxious to swing at them here. And a miscue by the Bears outfield there, or by the Bears midfielders there, allows Sappington to get on base. And so runners on first and second, Bishop on first, Sappington on second. And Beller will come out to bat. And as we've mentioned before, Beller's a big hitter, has a couple of hits off Roberts today. And far and outside, that's going to be a ball. Once again, a 9-4 lead in the bottom of the 5th for the Guymon Tigers. And Beller does not swing at that low hit. So, good eye there from Beller. Runner still on first and second. Beller has a very big swing. And has a very big swing there as that one is going home. That is a home run. And a 3-1. That's going to be a 3-run swing. And what a beautiful play from Buller. Megan Buller puts one way out past the Ag building. So someone's going to have to retrieve that ball from the Liberal, Kansas. But meanwhile, we have Maggie Landis up to hit. And looking to extend this lead here. So a 12-4 lead over the Noble Bears here. And Landis wants to see if she can keep up this pace here. She gets a little bit of motivation from the first base coach and Coach Heath. And it looks as if Thurston might be coming back to resume her pitching duties after Roberts has allowed a couple of hits here. Let's see, we got Quintero on deck, and Quintero has shown an ability to drive the ball deep this game, so 2 solid hitters, one on the plate and one on deck right now. Thurston, who's had some trouble with forcing the ball too far to the outside, once again forces the ball too far to the outside and leads off her pitching tenure with a ball. So Landis at bat. And Thurston throws a strike there. So that's 1 strike, 1 ball, and 1 out for the Tigers. Thurston puts one way up, and let's see if she can get to it. And Maggie Landis puts one way up. And the Bears, a little confusion there, can't quite get to it. So she'll be on... Oh, it looks like it's called a foul, so she will not be on first. Just ends up a little bit outside the line there. She thought she had it. All right, Thurston setting up the pitch here, burns one in, and Landis caught off guard there as a dropped pitch by the catcher, and Landis is not able to get to first base quick enough as she thought the pitch was caught. So that's going to be 2 outs for the Guymon Tigers with Quintero at bat. And some of the Guymon faithful here are a little upset by that. But we'll roll in here with Quintero hitting. And Thurston seems like she's trying to force pitches in the opposite direction now to try to get him a little closer to the plate than she has been. And ends up getting that one too close to Quintero. And the next one a little far from Quintero, so 2 balls there. 2 outs for the Guymon Tigers, a 12-4 lead. And Quintero, that's going to be a foul there. 1 strike there. Heath giving some words of wisdom to Quintero as she comes back up to the plate. Thuriston getting ready to pitch and puts one low in front of the plate there. So that's going to be ball number 3, and Quintero has a chance of getting walked here. And she hits one way out, and a good field there by Taylor Simpson. So that's going to flip the field there as we head into the 6th inning. 12-4 lead in favor of the Tigers. And we'll be back to bring you the 6th inning on PTCI Guymon High School Softball. And we're back, started the 6th inning here for the Guymon Tigers, a 12-4 lead. I'm Matt Sparks, and this is PTCI Broadcast. And the Guymon Tigers have just been doing a wonderful job this day, today. Alexis Bishop back out to pitch. And looking at 2 early strikes here to start out the inning and 1 ball. And we got Thuriston out here at bat. And a low pitch inside by Bishop. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Top of the 6th. And a hit there from Thuriston, but that'll be fielded, and that's going to be an out. Alrighty, that's going to be number 4, Sierra Patey coming out to bat. Lexus Bishop still pitching for the Tigers. Patey at bat for the Bears. 12-4 lead for the Tigers over the Noble Bears, and just can't quite get to it is Megan Buller, but that's going to end up being a foul ball anyway. So 1 strike here for the Tigers. Bishop a little frustrated, but looking to recover here. Alrighty, couple of practice swings here. And Bishop setting up to pitch. And drives it in there. Patey swings and misses. And that's going to be 2 strikes. So a beautiful pitch by Bishop there. She's had a couple of struggles here, but not enough to keep her from burning that one in there for a strike as Patey comes back up to bat. Bishop to pitch. And fields one way out there, and the outfielder, that's going to be number 3, Avery Curtis, can't quite get to it. And not going to allow a run there, but very close. And now runners on 2nd and 3rd as Mendez comes up to bat for the Bears. Peebler on deck. All right. Bishop up at the mound for the Tigers. 12-4 lead. Top of the 6th. That's going to be a nice strike there from Bishop. And doing very well. So we got no balls, 1 strike, no outs so far. Bishop low and outside, but Mendez swings at it, so that's going to make it 2 strikes there. And almost halfway through the 6th inning here, and a good base hit by Mendez off Bishop, and just can't quite stop. Just can't quite stop the run into home by Thuriston. And that's going to make it 12-5. in favor of the Tigers, so cuts that lead back to 7. All right. Number 3, Peebler up to bat. Bishop still pitching for the Tigers. Looking to burn a couple of them in there. And that's going to start off with a strike, so good pitch there by Bishop. And a couple of miscues by the Guymon outfield today, but not enough to allow this one to get close. Oh, and another miscue. That's going to allow the runner to come into home. And a good play there by the Bears, as they'll have a runner come into home to cut the lead to 6. And then by a bit of a miracle, a bit of a miscue there, Sierra Peebles makes it from home all the way to third base. So still a good situation here for the Tigers. It's number 2, Ella Bryant at bat for the Bears. Trying to make the comeback here, but that's going to be a foul, so that's going to put him at 1 strike so far. 1 out. Bryant up to bat. Bishop at the mound. Alrighty. Bit of a stoppage here. All right. So as we resume play, here's the pitch. And the pitch inside from Bishop. That's going to be a ball. Low and inside toward the knees of Bryant. As Bishop sets up. Burns one in there again. And the catcher swings it out and nails Peebler in the back. So the catcher, Alex Curtis, bit of a miscue there. Is she says she's okay, so that's good to see. Don't ever want to see anybody get hurt, and Peebler got beamed in the back pretty hard, so Bryant still at bat here. Bishop setting up for the pitch. And Peebler's going to come into home, cutting that lead to 5 now. All right. So a runner on first. Just got a run in. And that's going to be number 23, Taylor Simpson. She's had a few hits tonight. And coming in looking for another one, as Bryant's trying to steal the base there, and she does. Still the top of the 6th. All right. Simpson at bat here. Looking for the pitch from Bishop, and high and outside. That's going to make it 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. And Tigers look a little bit tired here now, but let's see if they can keep up this pace of play. See if they can get a little more back in the lead. All righty. So a couple of miscues by the Tigers allow runners on third and a runner on first. As Crawford comes up to bat. Guymon fans getting a little frustrated here. And they'll head to a conference at the mound here. So Guymon playing well this game, pardon me. Still way in the lead here, 5-point lead at the top of the 6th. 1 out. So looking for 2 more to flip field here. And Crawford coming out to bat. Bishop pitching for the Tigers. Struggled a little bit this game. And that comes in low. That's going to be a ball. Pitch from Alexis Bishop. That's going to be a foul. As Crawford catches it, but not enough of it to make a difference. Bishop looking determined now. Crawford nails one way out to left field, and that's going to be a home run. That's going to bring 3 runners in, and that's going to make it 10-12. Still in favor of the Guymon Tigers, but that lead has been strongly diminished. And the Noble Bears getting loud here as they celebrate that 3-run play. So, still top of the 6th. 12-10, the lead has been cut to 2, and this is as close as it's been all night, pretty much. All afternoon, pardon me. So, the Tigers have been are in a bit of a situation here. The Bears trying desperately to make the comeback here. And they've been able to get a lot going here in the second half of play. So number 17, Bays, comes out for the bat, and Megan Beller will resume her pitching duties after Alexis Bishop struggled for a little while. Beller got a rest, and now she's back out on the mound. Pitches it into Bays, but that's going to be a foul. So 2 strikes, 1 out here. And let's see if Beller can close this game out. All right. Beller setting up here. And that's going to be a ball very close to being a strike. Some of the Guymon faithful thought it ought to be a strike, but they call it a ball. And they got a hit there, but they will not be able to get it to it in time. And Bays is going to make it over to second before the ball gets back in play. So Beller showing a bit of frustration here as Roberts has come up to bat. The Bears have not given up on this game yet. That's going to be a ball. Nope, this is going to be a strike, pardon me. And Beller. Beller with a nice play there. Keeps Bays on second. As she winds up the pitch here. And that's going to be a hit from Roberts. That's going to be another out. But Bays is allowed to get to third base. So 1 more out needed for the Tigers here. Still have a 2-run lead. And Thriston comes up to bat. And Thriston has batted well this game. And there's the strike to lead off the pitching series for Beller. Runner on third. It's going to be Bays. And that's going to be an out. Now we'll flip the field and take us to the bottom of the 6th. Guymon's still boasting a 2-run lead. So the Tigers, a little bit of a scare there. They let the Bears come back quite a bit, but still in command of this game with a 2-run lead. Chance to extend that here with some good play. And Thriston most likely coming back out to pitch here, and she's had some trouble with the pitch today. So let's see how this goes for the Tigers. And yes, Thurston will be back out to pitch. Coach Heath getting her team fired up here. Let's see who comes out to lead off for the Tigers. I believe that's going to be number 14. That's going to be Arrington Johnson. She's got a couple of good hits on the day. As she gets a couple of practice swings in, set up here. Stepping up to the plate. Looking to try to bat one over the fence here. And the Guymon faithful getting loud here, wanting to see this lead extended. And she does get one over the fence, but over the back fence and over the broadcast booth, so that's going to count as a foul. Alrighty. Arrington Johnson coming up to bat. And swings at that one, but can't quite get it. That's going to put him at 2 strikes. 12-10 lead for the Tigers here. Thurston throwing a couple of nice pitches here early for the Bears. And that's another foul. So Johnson showing no fear here. Not afraid to make contact with the ball, not afraid to swing at it. So let's see if she can use that and try to drive one out here. It's Coach Heath giving them a bit of a pep talk here as we have a stoppage in play. And Coach Heath delivering the ball back out to the pitcher as Thurston gets ready to pitch it once again. Avery Curtis on deck for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. And low and outside. And Johnson has to be careful. 2 strikes here, 1 ball. Johnson. Low and away. It's going to be 2 balls there for Thurston. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-run lead for the Guymon Tigers. And another foul ball, and that one goes into the stratosphere there, and somebody might want to go check their car window. As Johnson gets ready to bat here. He's made good contact with a couple of them so far. She just needs to send it in the right direction, and the Tigers will be in business, and a grounder out there. They're trying to get it to first. And that's going to be an out for the Tigers. All right. So number 3, Avery Curtis, comes out to bat for the Tigers. Going to step up to the plate now. And Guymon Tigers getting fired up, wanting to hang on to this lead here. And she is safe. Avery Curtis gets a hit, runs out to first, and just barely is safe as number 3, Sierra Peebler, made the mistake of stepping off base to catch that ball. So number 10, Annalisa Gonzalez, comes out now. And ready to try to boot this one out. And she's had a couple of good hits this afternoon. As Thurston still trying to reel in her pitch. And all right, Thurston setting up, winding up the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, a good pitch from Thurston. No swing from Gonzalez. So Thurston hasn't done so well against left-handed hitters today, but doing well against Gonzalez right now. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. And still a 2-run lead. And that's going to be the second out as Gonzalez cannot make it to first base before the ball gets there, but gives an opportunity for Curtis to get on second. All righty. Number 9, Connor coming up to bat. And Thriston leads off with the strike there. Bottom of the 6th. 2-run lead for the Guymon Tigers. 1 strike, 2 outs, no balls. Connor preparing for the hit. And low and inside, and she drops it. And that's going to be third base stolen by Avery Curtis. And the Tigers are stealing bases like it's going out of style. Connor setting up at bat. She has a runner on third. Can easily bring her in here with a hit, but it's got to be a good one. Connor looking for the hit, swings at it. That's going to be a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Thriston setting up for the pitch here. Brings it in there, and that's going to be low and outside. That's going to be another ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-run lead. Curtis still on third. And really, really low coming in. And that allows Curtis to come in for the home run. So that's going to be 13-10. 3-run lead for the Tigers. 2 outs, 2 strikes, and 3 balls. So let's see if Elizabeth Connor can get a hit here, get on base. And she's hurrying. She's trying to get over to first base. Oh, and they call her out. Just couldn't quite get it there. It looked to me like she was safe, but didn't quite make it. So that is going to take us to the 7th. Guymon with a 3-run lead. And Guymon still in command of this game here. The Bears have shown the ability to come back significantly, but haven't quite come back to tie this thing up yet. So Guymon still in command. Coach Heath giving her players a pep talk here. So, and that one was a burner. Putting some heat on them as they're going into Curtis. So, looks like she's still got plenty of arm strength left to close out this game. And Alex Curtis really trying to work on that connection to get it out to her second base. So, going to have a conference at the mound before we resume play here and see what we can't get going. Remember, it's a 13-10 lead, but the Bears have shown the ability to be dangerous when they're at bat. And that's going to be number 4, Sierra Patey at bat. She hasn't done great so far tonight, but she'll look to rebound here. And a ball there on the first pitch from Beller. She comes back. Gonna wind up. And inside, and that's gonna be a strike. No swing from Patey. And 2 strikes in a row right there. Good series of pitching so far for Beller. As Patey stepping up to the plate and gets a hit, but that's going to be a foul. It won't send her away because there's already 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 3-run lead, no outs so far. Top of the 7th. And let's see if Beller can get this last out, or last strike. And that's going to be an early out for Guymon. And Patey delivers one that almost went over the fence, but fielded there by Johnson. Arrington Johnson able to get under that one. catch it. Quick out there. Keeps it a 3-run game. And Mendez, who has shown some ability today, she was trying to crowd the plate, so Beller swings it to the outside there. And Mendez at the plate. And 2 balls, no strikes. Let's see if Beller can swing one in here in the middle. And there's a strike right there. And they desperately need these outs right now. So let's see if Beller can come through with the strikeout. And Mendez with the hit, able to get on base there. That's going to bring number 3, Sierra Peebler, up for bat. Number 2, Ella Bryant on deck. And there's the first strike. Beautiful pitch from Beller there. Just went right past Peebler. Oh, and that's going to be a ball as she burns it in there close. Not able to get the out there while they try to pitch it to first base, Annalisa Gonzalez. And Beller trying very hard to close out this game right now. And there's another strike. She needs one more. One more to send Peebler to the dugout. Get this second out. Still top of the 7th. And that's going to be a foul. Peebler tried to make contact, and she did, just in the wrong direction there. But solid effort by Peebler. Good pitch from Beller. A little bit lower, and Beller would have had another strike out of that in the second out. And a grounder. And there's the out. And almost a double play, but Peebler will make it on base. So the good news is Mendez will head back to the dugout. 2 outs. 3-run lead for the Guymon Tigers. Ella Bryant at bat. She's been solid so far today, so Beller better be careful. And Beller, let's see what she has left in that arm. And, oh, swings one way out there. And all righty. And so, with that, the Guymon Tigers will close out this game 13-10. So, an early victory for the Guymon Tiger softball team. And this has been Matthew Sparks broadcasting from PTCI with Guymon High School softball. Once again, a 13-10 lead, or a 13-10 victory for the Guymon Tiger softball team.